I never thought the word family would be used against me. Not by strangers, not by enemies, but by the son I carried inside my body. The room was full of laughter. Pink and blue balloons floated above smiling faces. Everyone was celebrating new life. And then my son leaned toward me and whispered, "Don't sit there. That seat is for real family." In that moment, something inside me broke so quietly, no one else noticed. So I stood up, smiled politely, and I walked out. But what they didn't know was this. Everything they were celebrating was because of me. I raised my son alone after his father died. 2 jobs, no weekends, no vacations, every school fee, every doctor visit, every sleepless night when he had a fever. I skipped meals so he could eat better. I wore the same clothes for years so he could have new ones. And when he grew up and got married, I didn't interfere. I didn't complain. I didn't ask for much. I just wanted respect. That's all. When they announced the baby shower, I was happy. I paid for the venue, the decorations, the catering, the gift table. I even ordered the custom cake with their names on it. No one thanked me, but I didn't mind. I told myself, this is my grandchild. This is family. I arrived early that day, dressed neatly, carrying gifts bought with my savings. I sat down quietly, near the front. That's when my son walked over. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't look angry. That hurt even more. "Mom," he said softly, "can you move?" I smiled. "Is something wrong?" He glanced around and whispered, "That seat is for real family. Emma's parents are coming." Real family. As if I was a guest. As if I was nothing. I looked at his face. The same face I once kissed to stop his crying. And I realized my presence embarrassed him. People were watching. Emma avoided my eyes. Her mother looked satisfied. Her father sat proudly. In the front row, I felt smaller than I ever had in my life. So I stood up. No argument, no tears, just dignity. And I walked out of the baby shower I paid for. I went home and sat in the dark. No calls, no messages. Not even that night. The next morning I opened my bank app. And that's when I made my decision. I stopped paying. Their rent, their car insurance, their phone bills, the credit card I had opened for my son. I canceled everything. I didn't announce it. I didn't warn them. I simply stepped back. For the first time in my life, I chose myself. 3 days later, my phone rang. "Mom, something's wrong with the cards." Then anger. "Why would you do this?" Then guilt. "You're punishing us." I calmly replied, "I thought only real family mattered." Silence. That's when Emma's parents found out. They hadn't paid a single bill. They had enjoyed every benefit quietly. Now suddenly, they weren't so generous. The pressure fell on my son. Bills piled up. Stress grew. And for the first time, he understood what I had carried alone for decades. One evening there was a knock at my door. My son stood there. No confidence, no pride, just a broken man. He said, "Mom, I was wrong." He didn't blame his wife. He didn't make excuses. He cried. I didn't shout. I didn't insult him. I said, "I didn't leave because of the seat. I left because you forgot who stood by you when no one else did." I didn't give the money back. I gave boundaries. Weeks passed. I didn't chase him. I didn't lecture him. Then one afternoon my son called again, but this time his voice was different. Tired, broken. He said, "Mom, I never realized how much you were doing for us." When the bills stopped, everything collapsed. He paused, then whispered, "I let people make me believe you were replaceable." That sentence hurt more than the baby shower, because it meant he had chosen to forget me. He'd told me Emma's parents had stepped back. They said we helped enough. Suddenly my son saw the truth. Support that comes with conditions is not love. For the first time, he said the words I waited years to hear. "I failed you as a son." I didn't celebrate his regret. I didn't feel victory. I felt peace. I told him, "I'm not asking to be first. I'm asking not to be erased." I didn't return to paying their bills. I didn't sit in the front row again, but I let him come over. I let him talk. I let him rebuild slowly. on equal ground. Because real justice isn't revenge. Real justice is this: when someone who once humiliated you finally learns your value, without you begging, without you breaking, without you disappearing. That baby shower tried to reduce me to nothing, but walking out of that room was the moment I finally chose myself, and that choice changed everything.